Boom.
Good morning. So we're getting ready to get Max up. He's always just right here, and that is his cage cover. Again, 12 hours of sleep. So he goes to bed at like 6, and he will squawk and maybe even come out on the door and stuff, and make a big commotion. And then you know that it's bedtime just because he's crabby. So anyway, it's morning time, and it is about 8:20. And he's already been making some noise, so we're gonna go ahead and get him up, which is nothing. I mean, I'm just showing you how to, so you just unwrap it, and then I leave it back here, but out of the way, because he comes over here and then he'll poop and get it on, and you won't realize it's on there, and then you'll get it all over your hand, which is super fun. And we don't lock it. You can, but there's no need. There's a little swivel here. Hi, bub. And you just open it like yay. And you'll notice that the pan, which will be clean when you get here, is out. And that's because Max, like the chickens, tends to not poop while he's inside his cage. So he'll come out, he'll climb out himself, and then you'll see him do a little butt dance, and he'll poop, which is why this mess is here. But again, we'll have that clean. We clean it quite often. Wicket, as usual, is always super interested. But anyway, he's not much of a morning bird, and you don't have to pick him up. You're only going to be here overnight, you know, and for the day. So you don't have to pick him up. He doesn't need to be held. He is a good bird. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Okay, well, he's not a morning bird. But anyway, you are the person, and he is just a little bird. If you want to pick him up, he might try to bite you. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. They can completely control how strong their bite is. And you just have to show him that even though he might bite you, that you're not going to let that deter you from picking him up, because again, you're the boss, not him. But you don't have to. It's not a requirement at all. He'll amuse himself. He has everything that he needs here. And oh, you're so warm, huh? Good morning. Good morning. So still no kisses, but that's fine. Anyway, he has food here, and he'll have plenty of food. And he'll have water here, food and water both in here, and both of these will be all ready to go. And you really don't need to do anything for him. He can take care of himself. If you did want to give him a little snack, which I think is a good idea just so that he associates you with snacks, there are almonds right here, and he goes nuts over these. There's other nuts in there that I used for baking, but I haven't given him any of those yet. Nookie. Usually he doesn't do that, but he did just get up. So that's about the gist of it for Max. He really can care for himself, and you know, he usually comes out at about 6 p.m. and starts squawking. If you get up because you're new, if you get up at that point and walk towards his cage, he will likely immediately go inside, in which case it'll be time to put him to bed. It doesn't have to be 6 on the dot, but basically I this thing just hangs. Just close it like yay, and then you'll pick up the drape. It has poo on it. Maybe we'll get it clean by the time you get here. I do launder it on occasion. And it is doubled. You'll see it's doubled. And you just it can get caught up back here. Maxwell. And that's it. It pretty much just hangs on itself. Make sure there's no big gaps on the bottom. I mean, this is fine. All down here, but he likes the dark. He likes the dark, so that's about it for Max. Again, you can hold him and carry him, and he enjoys being on the shoulder. He loves AJ. Ever since he's been home, I'm all of a sudden dog meat, and AJ is the person. But anyway, Wicket, super interested at all times. I think that that he's fine with. I think that he's fine with Max at this point, but he does show a lot of interest, and that sometimes does make me nervous. But again, you can leave the cage open and all day, and he'll just, you know, he'll come out, he'll go in, he'll sleep a lot in the morning because he likes to. His poos are small. Honey, you know, I don't think he's pooed yet. But he's been a real fun little, a little fun little addition. Backstory on him, even though this is becoming a super long video. One of my clients that just lives over here by Paul's Market found him in their backyard. And they were keeping him outside, though it was summertime. They were keeping him outside. They've got 5 kids, so it was a bit much for them. But she eventually came to me about 3 weeks after having him and asked if I was interested. And we said immediately, yes, yes, yes. He was already talking and doing all that. They estimate he's about 7. The first week that they had found him, the kids were out playing in the park with some other kids, and in conversation found out that he had actually been someone else's across the park. And so they walked him over there, and those people said that they had found him in their backyard the year before, decided that they didn't want him anymore, and just let him go. So this poor little bird has had a little bit of a rough couple years. He is trained, though, and somebody did love him for a while because, again, his name is Maxwell because that's what he calls himself. He's been just a joy for us, though. With a little bit of attention, he doesn't screech and holler. If he starts screeching and hollering, and you'll recognize the screech and the holler, and it's his way of trying to find his people, and he may do it a lot. You can feel free, if he's in his cage during the middle of the day, to go over and wrap the cage. It usually quiets him right down. You know, I'd prefer you don't leave it wrapped for the rest of the day, you know, for an hour till he's settled, half hour, and then open it back up and open the door again so that he can come and go. He really loves AJ, so he can never get him off of him once he attaches himself. But anyway, again, great little bird. I don't think you'll have any problem with him in the slightest at all. So, and I think you'll really enjoy him because he's such a little sweet dude. Anyway, all right. Well, gosh, have a good day.